So yesterday was two very special days. We'll get to your birthday in a second, but just yesterday was my son's last day off of work at camp. He came home with two friends. I did everybody's laundry. And
that's nuts.
Again, he giving treed me. He came home, he picked up his sister with his two friends, and they went to go see the only movie I want to see that I've been waiting for to see really with her until I never really considered
What's
going
this,
with
Multiverse?
him. Yeah, it's Thor, Love and Thunder.
Oh, I thought you'd already seen that with her. Okay, very good. Got it.
No, I saw everything else. I'm caught up except for, and we were at the beach for so long. So he comes home with two friends and he scoops her up. They already bought tickets. They're gone. And I'm like, yeah, I would love to see that movie. I've waited to see it with you.
Yeah.
You ungrateful fucks. Oh, by the way, be sure you use my credit card to pay for all of that. So there's just a hint of insult to injury. Right?
Just a hint. Yeah.
So
Yes.
afterwards, they're like, oh, we're going to stop by a super fun restaurant. Do you want us to bring you home anything? I'm like, well, the whole point is going to the restaurant and you already fucked me once. So, and he's like, well, what are you doing? Like, what did you do? I'm like, your fucking laundry, asshole. So not so pleased
Feels
yesterday.
like a really loving visit. I'm super excited.
It only gets better because they leave at like 10:30 to be back by midnight. And at like 9:15 after I had gone out to get Vietnamese food and for everyone Dairy Queen because just I'm a weeble wobble. Just knock me down, I'll pop right back up.
You can't trust that the Vietnamese food is gonna blow right out through you, so you got to get the Dairy Queen to seal the deal. I got
seal the deal.
Gotcha.
So
Gastrointestinal distress engaged.
Hey, knock on forehead.
Got it.
I've been great. So
what a combo.
At like 9:03, I saw the clock and it's still ringing in my head. He goes, I had a low tire pressure on my car on the way here. Or somebody said something like flat tire. He goes, speaking of flat tire, I had low tire pressure on my way home. It's now 9:03 and you're telling us this because you've been home all day. Now seems like a good time on a Saturday night to look into fixing a fucking tire, you goddamn piece of hooch. I just stroked out and looked at him and kept blinking like a lunatic. And Stuart, who came home to see his son for 8 minutes, picked up his keys and walked outside and obviously filled the tire to its pressure level, but needed to make it a lesson for all of the children. So 4 of them are standing outside. Here's where on your car door it tells you the PSI.
No.
Right. Then Stuart's like, I don't feel comfortable sending him back to camp in this car where if it's a leak and not or if it's a nail or whatever it is, he's got to drive an hour and a half to let it sit for 5 days.
Yeah, I know how that
to try to
works.
come back.
Yeah.
Right. So he said, I think I'm going to give him your car. If I had to recap the day of I woke up, I worked out real quick.
How are you still married?
Right. I worked out real quick. I made a vat of meatballs just to have in the house because I know he loves meatballs, especially the ones I make. So he could walk by and stick a fork in a meatball at any time. So could his friends. I didn't even know 2 friends were coming. He told me 1 was coming. I made a vat of meatballs. I gotta stop.
I don't understand how Stuart can be so bright.
I made chocolate chip banana bread.
Oh, God.
all before putting everything, whatever, going up, doing a quick load of laundry, getting in a shower with no hot water because I did laundry and I made meatballs and chocolate chip banana bread and came out so I could move my laundry over so that I could be ready to wash everybody's laundry. And then at 9:03 he says, and then he sends them back to camp in my Range Rover. I'm sorry, what? And now I have no car? On a Sunday? I have no car?
Oh.
All this and more on today's Brilliant Observation.
Dope. Why did he do this to you? Why did he do this to you?
Who's the he in this conversation? Because it's all of them.
I got to give your child partial. He gets partial credit on this one.
Partial?
Yes, because
you saw a dummy light in your car and you said nothing till 9:03 p.m.?
No, he gets a partial credit because he did show the work on this equation.
How so?
Well, they came home, they took all your money and left and didn't involve you, but they went and said, "Would you likey from the restaurant?" Whereas last time they gave you insults in the car on the way to the restaurant and said, "Fuck you, not even coming." So there's some learning there. The last time I believe it was Perkins where they went for breakfast. Yes, when they all came home and decided, let's screw mommy. But this time they said, let's just screw her for the movie portion. And then for the meal, we can play nice and be nice. They're learning.
I should have said, "Oh, honey, I'll be right there. I'll meet you."
So he drove his friends around all day on the slowly leaky tire.
Correct.
Got it.
Correct.
Got it.
All the facts are now with you.
Got it.
And I just sound dumber again. I just sound like, here you go.
No.
Giving treeing these children once again to have them turn to you. And it's going to happen with the girl, too, because she leaves in 3 weeks for college. She has only what I have purchased by dragging her by her beach waves to Home Goods to get.
And I guarantee you she's going to play the mommy's really close card, because at least in the case of the other one, just like camp, school is far away, relatively. It's not a spur-of-the-moment finger snap, well, I guess I'll just come home this afternoon. Like, no, it takes the whole afternoon to get home, and then there's no afternoon left when you get there. So you sort of have
after 9:03.
You have to think through, at 9:03, you're not driving back to camp. Like, it's a next day situation, right? So, not so with Little Miss Honors College, right? So she's going to, I dream of Jeannie blink her way back home anytime she wants or feels, the slightest inconvenience. So that's really a different kind of collegial challenge.
It's more like the Princess Bride of, fetch me that pitcher.
Oh,
I will be like, yes, I'll bring you those.
Wish. Yeah.
Exactly. I'll bring you those formal gowns because you accepted an invite to a date dash or whatever at a fraternity, and now you have no clothes for this. Oh, I'll bring a dog with me to see you, and I'll do anything for them. I think you have to
there's a new word you've got to learn. It's called no. That's the word. The word is no. You've got to learn to say no. And you have to be comfortable with her being wildly uncomfortable.
What would you do if that were your kid with the tire? Because you think people love to help, so you might as well just hit the road after putting air in it. It
depends on how low the tire was when we refilled it. If we refilled it and it was down, 2 to 3 PSI off its target range, I probably would just send him back and say, monitor it. And every time you get, here's a portable tire pressure gauge. Every time you use this car before you start it, check the pressure. And then if it's not where it needs to be, go fill it before you drive it. Because the other thing is, once you start driving it, the air in the tire heats up. And so the pressure gets, it fills as you drive. It's not balanced. It's not the same as the others.
Right, it expands.
So
right.
Yeah. So I mean, there would be some decisions to be made. We'd inspect it. Is there a visible leak? Is there a nail in it? Is there like a giant claw sticking out of the sidewall? I mean, what's going on, right? Who attacked your car? Was it Wolverine? Was it Ant-Man? We've got to figure out.
We have really bad tire luck. My husband's been driving on a bubble, and he had that shit replaced.
I don't even know what the bubble is about, but
I don't either.
Yeah.
But it's not It's not his first bubble, so
hey.
No bubbles here.
Yeah, I don't really make auto decisions. I just sort of say, gosh, because if I was to make them, I'd keep going, and then there'd be a blowout on the highway. But then someone would pick me up, and it would be fine. Or it's fine. People love to help.
Right, because people love to help.
They really do. That's their plan. That's why they're here. They're looking for purpose in life. They want to help you. They give you love.
Well, we're still in life because not only did I have my birthday a couple of weeks ago, you had a birthday yesterday.
Oh my gosh, this birthday, you guys. I can't be bothered with birthdays. So I'm really poor. I'm a poor birthday friend because Stuart is an excellent birthday friend. Let's just say this. So, yeah, I forget that it's people's birthdays. I forget to send even a text. You don't come at me with a card. Like, I just, a lot of times I won't get gifts, like even for people in my immediate family or my own children. It's just, I've said this over and over again. We have in our family and even in my friend group, the cluster of July birthdays. So there's 9,000 birthdays all within a 31-hour span. And it's just like, now you're the celebrant. Now you get the cake. And now the cannons are pointing at you. Whee! Confetti, firecrackers. I mean, at a certain point, it's too many weddings. I get it. We're all having, I like to put things in a giant clump. I want a Depression era cake where we say, happy birthday, dear Bobby, Susie, Sally, Amy, Jack, and Jill, and Sarah, and Kate.
Stewart's family does that.
Off. Yeah.
Stewart's family does that.
It's just...
who's had a birthday since the last time we were together?
Right.
Everyone.
Yeah, it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun. And I'm old, so I've had so many birthdays. So it's the kind of thing where I'm just like, boop, that's fun. I like to do something to mark it. I like to commemorate it. I like to get together with my people. But my people keep doing more than is necessary. And so then I'm like, wow, this is great. But it also sort of calls into question, I'm a really shitty birthday friend. Because I get all these texts from everybody. People are putting all these nice things on social media. They're giving me actual presents of monetary value. All the things are happening. And I'm stunned by it. I really am surprised. I don't know why I'm still surprised. I've had enough of them. You'd think I'd figure out the protocol. But in any event.
Did you cry like a bitch like I did?
I didn't, but I felt like crying like a bitch. And
Okay.
instead, I held it together. Mine was spaced out. I didn't have to do it on display, everybody all at once, like you did. I mean, we basically plopped you in the birthday chair, and then everyone said, "Here it comes at you now, birthday,
and here's a song we rewrote for you."
Right. Mine came in every hour, every extra 10 minutes. There would
Well,
be
you
a
paced
new
yourself. I like
new
that.
little delight, and it was just crazy because I'm like, this is just an idiotic birthday. It's not meaning. It's not like I turned 100 or something.
It's on milestone.
Do you know? Yeah. So it's always just so surprising. I got another text this morning. Couldn't believe it. So, I mean, anyway, so very, very fun. Very nice. And there's another present coming today that I have to go do and get. So it's exciting and fun and I like it. And I'm not sounding like I like it. It's just, it's weird to talk about it. And it just reminds me that every day kind of feels like my birthday. So when the extra stuff starts happening, I'm like, what's this? Are you kidding? Like it's that
Every
kind of
day
thing.
feels like my birthday. You met my friend Michelle.
Yes, I
At my
did.
birthday celebration, and she said, "When you're pregnant, every day is your birthday." And I'm like, "Well,
Don't have to be pregnant.
that's not going to happen again for Amy. That happens every day."
It does. It's true. I think a lot of people feel that way. Don't you?
Really?
Don't you feel that way?
I do not, especially yesterday when I lost my car and I
Well.
lost seeing a movie that I waited. I was
Well.
giving treat. Like they really fleeced me.
Let's just take a dog leg and for a second say, when you're saving up a movie that's actually in the world and could go away at any moment because you don't know what those theaters are doing. They could go bankrupt in a finger snap. They're crazy. The world doesn't make any sense anymore. So when you're saving it to go,
Yeah.
and then someone goes around you, that's worse than advancing through, the television series on Netflix without you.
Without you.
Because you can get caught up kind of, I don't know. I just feel like it's worse. You're saving it. It's a moment. You have to physically get in a car to go somewhere. It's a big deal. I was saving up Top Gun, the new one, right?
Yeah.
And I was saving
The
it.
old one.
I was saving it so hard that I was worried they were going to pull it from the fucking theaters before I could get to it.
Oh.
And that at a certain point, I forced us all. I said, we are going, damn it. And I don't want to hear it because it was like not the right day to go. We were uncomfortable, didn't have time for it really. And I was like, this is happening because
Plant your asses.
now I'm starting
We're
to
going.
get some serious stress. And I'm not going to be able to see my show. And when I went to it, it was so fucking magical and delightful. And I'm so happy that I forced that ugliness into my life because I love it. It was great.
I was even disappointed when he brought home two friends because I was like, oh, I guess I'm not gonna sit between both of my kids and talk back and forth about the movie and oh my God, I can't believe no,
you
no,
had this
we're going
whole
without
movie
you.
fiction planned.
I did.
So they took an ice pick right to your heart.
I did.
That's funny.
I did. It was
That's
it was
funny. Did you know? Did you know he was coming home and think in your head, now we can go to the movies together and it'll
Yeah.
be a family.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, other child. Oh, hi,
bad.
stranger
And other
child.
yeah.
Oh, hi, bags of laundry. Oh, hi, credit card. Here you go.
Bye is how it came out to me. I was
Not
like,
enough. Take my car, too. Yeah, I'm getting
Why don't you
I'm
just
getting a
etch your
picture.
initials in my face and
I'm getting
then
a
just
picture.
keep
I'm
moving?
getting a picture. Well, I mean, I do have to say, it is camp, right? Doesn't he come home from camp and be with you in your house and then go to college?
Yeah, he has.
So you'll get to see him again.
I'm gonna say like a week when he.
You
comes
can make
home.
him feel bad again. He'll come home. You can.
I look forward to it.
Oh my
yeah,
God,
I look
you're the
forward to
worst
it.
person.
It's already on my calendar. Hey, Amy,
Yes.
I was going to give you a 30 seconds with Amy of tell me things that are lucky. I'm not going to time you, but just go ahead for me. Name things that are lucky.
Me.
I agree.
Shamrock. A pot of gold. Leprechaun. Rabbit's foot. Something that's lucky. That fucker in Michigan who got the single babillions, mega millions, babillions single fucking card. Can you believe that shit? That shit.
I cannot.
That shit's
I cannot believe that. Shit.
insane. That's in crazy town. Things that are lucky. Things that are
Congratulations, billionaire lottery winner. Everyone hates you.
lucky. The Blarney
So,
Stone is lucky.
Go ahead.
It's all Irish stuff. Maybe that's why I'm so lucky, because I'm half Irish. Do you know this? That's
Yeah.
why. Maybe I have the super charm and luck of the Irish, and I'm drunk. So you get the two things. Drunks are lucky.
You
Drunks
got the
are
leprechaun
lucky.
in you.
Drunks are lucky. Pleasant, charming drunks are lucky. Angry drunks are not lucky. They get what they deserve. I'm not sure why I landed in this area.
Ouch.
Well, it's true.
I don't either.
It's true. I'm
In
sure
the past
there's other
couple of
luck.
weeks,
Yes.
in the past couple of weeks, you would think I would be very lucky because there was a rabbit murdered right in front of me,
I
which
don't feel
is
like that's how luck works.
which is 4 lucky rabbit's feet. I mean, that's 4 feet right there. That should
I
have
gotta
had
stop.
me super lucky.
You got to listen. Guys, we were both there. We told you about it. We're not going to relive it. I'm just going to say, every time you talk about that drive-by rabbit,
You hear it.
you hear it. It was not just a rabbit crunch. It was a.
It's not.
I'm going to say the word. And now you can audio visualize what happened when I say the word. You heard. It was a simultaneous, like a millisecond separates the two sounds of thud pop.
It was an explosion.
It was a thud pop, and the pop actually was a pop.
Echoes.
It
It
was
echoes.
It was a strange cranial kind of pop.
It stays with you, folks. It stays
Every
with
time
you.
I think about that drive-by rabbit, pop, I hear the pop. Yep.
So
He was not
walking
lucky. Yeah.
walking Mallory home from her last day of work, I got shit on by a bird.
That's very lucky.
See, that's what I'm saying.
That's
Everybody
super
says
lucky
that.
in Italian.
I didn't feel lucky.
No, that's very
So
lucky. They chose you, Melissa.
It chose me to shit on, by the way.
No,
So
that's super
4
lucky.
Zoom thud pop, 4 lucky rabbit's feet outside my home, as well as on the way home, also on my street, bird
You've
shits right on my head.
pre-catastrophized it. Nothing wrong can happen at this house now. You've had all of the goodness that surrounds you. You know what? That's like Hermione with her bloody hands in the air going, Wingardium Leviosa. What's wrong one? Whatever the command is for Husulatum, Muffalatum, when she's putting up the protective charms. Somebody came and put all the protective charms around you.
Yeah.
And the
well,
tent in the bag.
Well, maybe at that house, because at this house, I just get left and carved up to be nothing. But at the other house, it seems I got shit on. I got thud popped. I'm putting charms on that house.
Popped. That's a different show entirely.
We've also discussed that with hair like ours,
Yes.
when somebody shits in it or a twig or berry falls in it, it could be days before it is seen again. And when you shower,
They're like ours. When somebody shits in it. It's good that we have a segment covering this oft referenced topic.
dear listener, you remember hair like ours, our favorite tiny interlude.
God
with
bless
hair
America.
like ours. Yeah. You got to do a quick jingle with hair like ours, by
That's
the way.
right. And somebody shits in it. Yep. I love it.
That is not the grossest thing that happened either. Because thud pop,
Do tell.
bird shit. And then I get on TikTok and I see about this, I don't know, concept, I'm going to use that word loosely, of vabbing,
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
which is a contraction of vagina dabbing.
Yeah.
I'm going to just put it right out there at the get-go. Dear listener, I'm not making you guess shit. You might even already know about this, because if you listen to us, odds are you're on TikTok to a certain degree. And vabbing I discovered when watching Eliza Schlesinger
Oh, really?
Talk about how this woman on TikTok said, take your lady juices
Oh, yeah.
and dab them on your same places, ladies, that you would put perfume on your wrists
Right.
and behind your ear, all the places behind your knee.
I believe we call these pulse points.
Eliza said, "Girls, don't do that. You'll get eaten by a wolf. Don't do that. Like, you don't know what you're going to attract. You don't know the power of that. This should not be a thing. Please, please, please tell me how this became a thing."
Well, I got a couple of questions for you. So I mean, let's just attack it and break it down.
Sure as fuck hope I
Okay.
have answers.
Number one,
Here's my credit card. Just go.
and I do have people in my house, so I sort of feel like I want to close my door a little bit, but we're just gonna go with it. If your pussy juice smells that strong, do you really need to relocate it? I mean, if you feel like your pheromonal attractiveness is gonna bring all the boys to the yard, what does it matter if it's located in the center or up closer to your face? They're gonna you kind of freaky wafty bitch anyway if that shit's working. So
I think they
I'm
don't
just
want it in
questioning
your
the-
pants.
I'm just questioning the efficacy, right? Because if you got the Kavorka already, you're radiating those vibes out. So do you really need to smear it like on the walls and then, leave a little trail behind you in the nightclub? I mean, I feel like they're going to get it. They're going to get it. And number two, keep your fingers out of your pants. That's gross. I mean, what's next? You're going to decide that the contents of the inside of your nose are worth smearing on your wrists. I mean, how is this any different?
I would like to first take it back a step where you're dripping through the club. I don't think that's the goal. I think they make perfumes and colognes with the musk of
Musk.
humans.
We know what musk is. It's when
Okay, good.
you grab a hold of cat nuts, squeeze them, and you take their and stick it other places. It's that's what musk is. It's animal.
Isn't that how coffee is made? Also,
There's an animal that eats the coffee beans and then poops them out, and then you clean the beans out of the poop and make the coffee from it. And it's supposed to be the most delicious coffee ever because their digestive juices and their poop shoot juices have made the beans super soft and tender. I feel there's a better method to achieve
Earl Grey,
this.
please.
Yeah,
no.
I don't. I'm super. I feel like I don't need like taint coffee. I feel like we can get to tender some other way.
So yes, on the coffee shit. But back to the vabbing. I haven't been single in a very long time. I want to know, is that really what draws men? Is that what is going to make the difference? Because I would, if I was, approaching an age where I was just done being single. And do you have to keep that up forever? Like, is that something you have to remember to do? Oh, I have to brush my teeth and wipe my pussy behind my ears.
This can't be added. I can't have more maintenance where it involves relocating fluid from one part of my body to another. That's enough. I mean, shampoo is hard enough for me to keep stocked in the shower. Do you really think that I'm able to grab and go all the rest of this stuff? No. Stop it. And I feel like it would be interesting to others who are interested in a little pants play because it's the thing. It's the smell, the hormones. That's the thing. From all the years ago when we were made. That's what brings the boys to the yard. No?
I thought that was my milkshake. So, dear listener, have you heard of this? Do you do this? Would you do this? And why is the answer to all of those questions no?
Well, I gotta pivot for a second because part of the reason that I was so thoughtful to close the door is because there's a guy in the next room who I'm about to start talking about mercilessly. And I mean, I just don't want him to come in here and interrupt it. He's going to hear it soon enough.
Is this because you helped him pack his kitchen and he fucking owes you? You could say what you want.
Just calm down because this next segue is not going to be what you think it is. Well, we're talking about vabbing. So it made me think of something that he was talking about last night. So here's how this works. Okay, we're out to dinner. We're having fun. We're talking, blah, blah, blah. And all of my kids are there, right? So, and then our friends are there. So the kids, we're having conversation that includes and involves everybody. And one of their biggest jokes, we've talked about it on pod before, there was a YouTube or whatever video going around. Pornhub, when it starts, it plays a drum solo before
Of course.
before
And the band played it.
before
Yeah.
the film starts, and then the band played it, and everyone in the auditorium went laughing, crazy, crazy, crazy.
Yeah.
So we retold the story, haha, because the kids think it's, they get it, and okay. And some of our friends had not heard that story before and didn't quite get it, so we're having a hard time. We were having a hard time explaining to them, it's just a drum solo. It starts before everything. And they're like, what? And so
That tells me a lot about those friends.
my
But
poor
go ahead.
unsuspecting friend Googled Pornhub drums on his own phone.
On his work phone.
And in the span, you know how you talk to somebody and you say something like, once in my life, I knew a person who drank a smoothie. And then Smoothie King is all over your phone.
Yes, of course,
And you
of
drive
course.
into your driveway and
Targeted
there's a billboard
ads.
on the roof of your house. Like everything.
Yes.
Yes, they understand. So he typed in this thing. And within 18 seconds, he received and then showed us a screen takeover ad for jerking off with teens. That was the name. That's the URL. And now I'm saying
I thought they can't do that. I thought that is one place that can't target you. For example, if you search like
Why did you think that? Anyway, go.
if you search vibrators on Amazon,
Okay, I'm in.
Amazon will not show you more like this.
Why
I
not?
thought, and they don't send you. I don't know.
This is very specific knowledge for you.
A friend told me all about this.
Well, look,
Best vibrator, award winning, and then never received targeted ads like she had wanted. This friend told me.
I don't think that's right. I don't think that's right. The only restrictions that I've ever seen as a one-time online marketer, Google restricts heavily alcohol, specific medical services, and anything that could be construed as drugs or addictive behavior. So, for example, if I want to talk to you about a restaurant that serves wine, they actually restrict the way that I can do that. If I want to talk to you about going to visit a vineyard, they restrict the way that I can do that. It is that controlled and controlling. I was not able to promote drug and alcohol addiction services because they were worried that it was going to be somehow fraudulent. So, it stands to reason that if you want a self-pleasuring device, they would let you get this. No? No? Why would they?
That's what she told me.
Maybe you went to a place where
I don't know, but I'm going there as soon as we're done. It is my next open
this
private
tests your theory,
browser.
because all he typed in was Pornhub drums or something similar, and it was jerking off with teens, and he had to show us at the table, and then we were just laughing.
I wonder how long he's going to get those ads.
I think he's going to get them for a long time. Don't you?
I can't even unsubscribe to shit I subscribe to, so there's no way he's getting out of this sticky wicket.
So my point is, don't look up vabbing if you're not interested in having the pheromones follow you forever. Your digital footprint is tainted with baboop juice.
She
forever.
said tainted.
Forever.
You said taint. Hey, dear listener, I want to hear what you know about vabbing. If you've done it, if you want to do it, if you think it's fucking crazy, if your vagina belongs in your pants, if your vulva does not belong behind your ear, you tell us. brilliantobservations@gmail.com. Listen Brilliant on Instagram. Brilliant Observations on, I don't know, anywhere you want to fucking get in touch with us. A little bit of effort, kids. All you have to do is put in a little bit of effort and you'll get right to us.
Do you feel like this is a super gross and terrible thing?
No.
I kind of don't think it's a big deal.
Oh, I am kind of like, is this what we've come to? I'm not like, that's gross. I don't think it's gross. I think it's really more than really. Like,
Why is it really? Because you think it's not effective? Like, it's probably effective. It probably works. That's why probably people do it.
So
I'm not
do you know
interested in doing
men?
this. No.
Do you know men that say that women are fake? They wear makeup to hide whatever. They wear
Well, I don't
a
like those
padded bra that show. Like, what are we saying when we do that? Is really, I have no problem with it. If that's what that's great. Put, I don't know, shit juice wherever you want. Whatever you feel is going to be.
No. I'm going to back up for a minute.
Dogs would love it, and if that's who I want to
Wiping
attract.
your body with fecal matter is not the
No.
same. Shit juice is not
My
the
point
same.
was just
That's a
that
different
I don't
point.
care what you spread on your body, but
I think I care within reason.
what lengths are you going to attract? And then what are you attracting? Somebody who wants vulva on their neck all the time? Like, could you even keep up with what you're presenting as an option? Like,
Okay. All
what
right.
are
it's
you
a signal thrower? Gotcha. It's like
Correct,
the bat
saying
signal.
You can have this
It's
all
the
the time.
twat signal.
You're
Got
going to
it.
get exhausted, and they're going to be like, but wait, you advertised.
I'm so freaky deaky, I can't even keep it on the sheets. I got to rub it all over my body like a dog that found a dead bird. Let's
Exactly.
go.
Let's roll in this. And then you're saying, don't you want to
kinda-
come roll in this?
seems
And
kinda-
then
seems kinda
you're going to be
hot.
like, can we just read the fucking paper and have coffee together? And his
okay.
erection's going to blind you. So you're going to have to put out all the time.
Blind erection. Yeah, that's
Blind
blinding
erections.
erection. I think that's kind of this turned into someplace I didn't know we were going. Okay, got it.
Do you ever know where our conversations are
Never.
going to go? I mean, we have an
Never.
outline that says start here, and then we don't get to after Roman numeral 2 because holy pussy dog leg we just took.
Ooh, thud pop. Yes.
All right, are you ready? 30
Never, yeah.
seconds
Okay.
with Amy.
Got it.
Here's a topic that we found while watching Love on the Spectrum.
Oh.
And I was like, damn, that girl knows a lot about beep.
Oh.
So I'm going to give you the topic and see where you weigh in.
I think I know where I'll weigh in. Pretty low. Pretty low.
0.
Yep.
Point.
Zero. Bukowski.
Okay. Amy, you have 30 seconds to display your knowledge of types of birds.
Oh,
Go.
God, fuck. A woodpecker, a blue jay, a crow, a hawk, a penguin, chicken, a sparrow, a tufted titmouse, a cock-throated swinglicker,
I'm not giving you a point for that.
a pigeon.
Just stop.
What? You're
You
so
got-
defeated. You're
you
so
got-
defeated. That's not how they play. Here's the thing, guys. When I spent my glorious summertime with Melissa in her house and in her life, did you know that she watches game shows to calm down? Like her not calm down. Her chill out, zone out. This is my relaxy taxi. I'm gonna watch some game shows. So she's got the Steve Harvey up there doing Family Celebrity Feud. He does not say when they give him a question and an answer, he doesn't go, just stop. Just go home.
When the timer is up, he
He
does.
says, I'm
right.
not gonna bother repeating that because you're wrong and dumb. Like he doesn't talk to them that way. He gives them a look that says all of that.
So are you saying that Steve Harvey is better than I am?
I'm saying I can't believe that Steve Harvey is actually kinder than you are. But in this context, I think yes. And he's a means. He's means. He's a means man's. So how many did I get? 37?
9.
That's not. That's a lot more than I
10.
thought.
10 if you count the imaginary bird you created.
Ostrich. I keep coming up with them.
Yeah, flamingo. Keep going. Egret. Yeah, you can keep going.
Eagle. The American bird.
The
I forgot
American
him.
bird.
I forgot you, eagle.
Dear listener, we're gonna create a book that you could spend money on to pay for the production of this show
Chickadee.
with just lists of things that you can name, just topics. You're gonna open the book and it's gonna say types of birds, and you're gonna need to fill it in.
Cardinal. I got all of them. That's a
If they
national
could
bird in
sell-
North Carolina called the state bird.
Trademark. If they could sell Mad Libs, why can't I sell that list book
The book of lists.
put out by us? No, just topics and then one to whatever, and you fill it in and see how 30 seconds with douchebag goes. Whomever that you asked to do it.
Somebody would buy it. The question is who would publish it. So here's the other thing. A friend of mine years ago used to say, we got all these $1 million ideas, man. We should write a book of $1 million ideas. Everybody would buy that. I'm like, really? Why don't you just enact one of your $1 million ideas from the book, and then you got $1 million, and you don't
you're
have
done.
to write the book.
As opposed
So-
to my friend Melissa, who's going to go and take it out of the library for free.
Oh, I forget the library. I always forget those fucks.
Everybody forgets the library.
Nobody suspects the library.
No
right?
one.
And you know what? They have to work so hard to be in there. You have to have so much advanced learning to even sit there and dole out those fucking books. It makes you question, why are they so competent? And other jobs where it's life and death, they're sort of like, you got this, right, Carl? I mean, I feel like there should be, it's uneven.
Every day is Carl's first day.
And
Yeah.
I sort of also don't believe that they're compensated really well. Maybe they are. Maybe they are. Maybe they are all wizards. Because isn't it always somebody who's in the library who is secretly
Yes.
the biggest deal ever?
Yes.
But
and
has
who knows
this
the
super
answers to.
unassuming. Right.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Giles, I think it's notorious that, I didn't know you studied at Oxford and are the vampire expert of, yes, well, that's because I hide in the library where nobody ever goes.
They
And
don't go in there. They don't.
And I live with microfiche and I understand the card catalog.
Oh, the microfiche. Shit's
You're the
kinky.
one.
They're the one. You're the one.
What is a lifetime supply?
Oh. Wow. I guess I don't know. Do they even have those anymore?
So I thought when they opened like a Panera and you were like the first 15 people who were in there, you got a lifetime supply of bread or a lifetime. I feel like it is a very flexible scale of could go either way.
Or you just take a hit out on somebody because it's, the cost, the return on investment's not working out for you. So you just thin the herd. Yeah, I feel like it's probably refilling and refueling. Like when this one breaks, it's sort of like a guarantee because LL Bean used to make those shoes where you buy it once and then we'll replace them forever for the rest of your forever. Every time you bring these shoes in, we'll give you new shoes, right? That's a lifetime supply of shoes, which I don't understand the business model where I'm going to pay $29.99 for a pair of muckluck boots and then I will never, ever need new boots.
That's a lifetime warranty. So if something goes wrong with something, they will replace that something. And if they can't fix that, they'll give you a new pair. And they don't do that anymore because that was, I guess, only 170 years sustainable. And now they've hit the peak of, sorry, we can't do that. You lose now.
It's a shame for us all.
But so that's bread and shoes. I mean, who could ask for anything
lifetime
more?
supply of Q-tips, lifetime supply of what is
who
it?
decides?
But you win this on The Price is Right, right?
Correct.
You get a lifetime supply of toilet paper, and then what's that?
Right there, that alone. Like, who decides is really what I want to know. What a lifetime supply is.
Well, I think they actually do work it out. They do their abacus math, and they tell you. So if the average person poops and toots this many times an hour, then you're going to be using these many rolls a day. And so then that means we're going to give you not like lifetime supply of tacos. Because there's all those people that want to say if you get our logo tattooed on your body,
correct,
you can have a lifetime supply of tacos. But here's how that works. You can get one taco meal a day forever. So all these people in retirement were getting the taco logo on them so that they wouldn't starve to death. So it's like no matter what happens to me, even if I'm homeless, I've always got a taco meal. I've always got at least one meal a day. It's worth the tattoo to me. I'm like, what a sad fucking statement. Because what happens when this company goes out of business?
That's my question.
Now
what happens?
Now you're stuck with no tacos and a tattoo taco. I can't taco. You got problems. Now you're homeless with no taco and a tattoo. That's a lot of problems.
Here's my request for info. Dear listener, your topic this week of what you need to write to us, brilliantobservations@gmail.com, to tell me what you would like is, what would you like a lifetime supply of? And if you're going to say that grammatically correct, it's of what, comma, would you like a lifetime supply?
Joy. I would like a lifetime supply of...
that a retailer could provide.
Money. I would like a lifetime supply of money. That would be nice if you could.
And who decides what that is? You already have a lifetime supply of money.
Well, I guess.
I'm gonna tattoo your ass with Taco Bell, and that way.
Okay. Good old Taco Bell. I saw a whole show about Costco not raising the price of their hot dogs, and several things occurred to me. Number one, why am I watching a show about Costco not raising the price of their hot dogs? And number two, good for you, Costco. Their hot dogs have been losing them money
Chickens
for
too.
years. And they refuse to change the price. You can go there for, I think it's
Lunch.
$1.50, and you can get a gigantic hot dog.
Ridiculous,
It's as
yep.
big as your femur, and a massive soda drink.
Yes.
If you want a soda drink or a water. And it's $1.50. They can't
It's
even
great.
make it to sell it to you. They're losing. It costs them more than $1.50 to put it in your greedy hand.
All to get you into the store, and for the $4.99 chickens, go to the back of the store, get your chicken, and
those
then you have to
chickens
leave.
have been pumped up with the best chemicals. They're so
Best
unnaturally
chemicals.
gigantic.
And delicious.
They're like cartoon chickens with those crazy Arnold Schwarzenegger breasts on them. Something's gone wrong, and they're delightful. It's super good. Anyway, so my
Super
point to
breasty.
you is the lifetime supply is really a dangerous proposition, guys, because
I
you're
would
gonna
like to
go out
know
of
what
business.
you would like, dear listener, of what you would like to receive a lifetime supply. Do let us know, and then we will mock you for it. And we will cheer your creativity.
Here's what I want to know from you before you move on.
Yeah.
I'm going to say a phrase to you, and you're
Go
going to say, oh, okay. Or you're going to go, huh? Here's the phrase. You ready? You ready?
I'm
Put 30
ready.
seconds on your brain. You ready for the phrase?
Go ahead.
What is a bear in the cave?
I know it as a bat in the cave and not a bear in the cave.
What's that?
A booger in your nostril.
Wow. I didn't know either one of those. And my sweet friend, I've never had one that needed to be pointed out to me.
That's great.
Well, I mean, it's for a birthday surprise. I got one. And so I was laughing really hard, and I guess something fell out.
Loosened.
So-
It didn't fall
So
out, or
my
it wouldn't
friend-
be an
my
issue.
My friend goes, bear in the cave, bear in the cave. And I went, what? And of course, I'm looking at her. She goes, bear in the cave, bear in the cave, bear in the cave, bear in the cave, bear in the cave. And I'm like, every time you say it, I get zero information. So I don't know what to do.
That's not helping me.
And finally she said, take your napkin and wipe your nose. And I went, oh, English, I can do this. So then I did it. And because I actually took care of the situation, right? Then I went into, and she said, I'm not going to leave a man hanging. I'm like, thank you so much. Okay, great. Then I have, since that time, Roto-Rooter rubbed the inside of both of my nostrils raw, because now I am obsessed with the idea that there is some kind of, gelatinous mucal product dangling from my nostril hairs.
You said mucal.
And I'm just not into it. So now I have
Mucal.
I'm just up in there trying to make it. I'm having a lot of napkin problems is all I'm trying to say. So
Mucal.
I cleaned it out. And now,
Wait.
yes,
Is this the same napkin after you cleaned the bat or bear out of the cave that you used as a camisole?
I no. So
What's the timing on that?
okay. So here's how this works. I went to dinner, and I did not get myself ready to go to dinner because I squandered my day in a very luxurious and lazy way. I didn't take it, doing the lengthy shower, and it's that stuff. If I don't have a team coming over to do it for me, I'm not interested. So I don't like looking the way I look, but I'll accept it if it means I don't actually have to take all the time to look like, wow, you look great. That means I'd be spending my whole day doing that. So the dinner snuck up on me, even though I knew it was coming. So I went in to my closet. I selected a shirt that I bought for a big vacation and just never ended up wearing on the big vacation. So I've never worn this shirt before. But I thought, I'm just going to wear it. It's my birthday. I know it fits because I just bought it for this, whatever, put it on. So I put it on, and it was a little plungy. But I thought, your boobs
It
are
was
good.
super low cut, dear listener.
It was a booby shirt, okay? And I thought, it's okay. I've got a bra on. It'll hold things where they're supposed to go. So I stood there, put it on, looked at myself, got in the car, sat down in the car, and put the seatbelt on. And when I sat down, the top of the shirt gaped in such a way.
Oh,
When
shit.
you're standing up, your boobs are in one place, and when you sit down, somehow they're not. And it was sort of like I was not wearing a top anymore.
Oh,
like it
just
was
the bra.
It was ridiculous. Like it was distracting, alarming. Like I kept trying to pull it, and every time I would if you pinch your shoulders together, you could kind of make something happen. But then when you relax down, everything was just zinging out of there like fireworks. So it was not in a good way. It was a bad Lizzo situation. Okay. So I got to the restaurant, and I drove over there with the intent, and I said, I hope they have a black napkin. Because the kids are like, Who cares? What's the matter? You're going to be fine. It's not that big a deal, blah, blah. And I said, I'll either turn my shirt around on backwards or
okay.
hopefully, and they're like, you're not going to do that. I said, hopefully they have a black napkin. And they're like, you're not going to wear a bib. And I said, no, I'm not. So I got there. They had black linen napkins. It was a black shirt. And I folded and tucked a black napkin across the inside of this gaping shirt. So it looked like I just had a little panel in the front of my shirt. The waiters didn't like it when I had both of my hands up to my elbow, tucking this napkin of theirs around my tits at the table. But they can get over it. They weren't ready for us anyway. We didn't belong in this traditional Indian restaurant.
Who is ever ready for you?
We were too loud. My friend who looked up the porn stuff insulted the waiter for some weird reason. He was on fire in the wrong direction. Back to napkins. No, I did not use my camisole napkin to wipe the bat out of the cave. Okay. I had several napkins at my disposal because one of them was covering my tits. So I had to have an actual one, and I was wearing white pants. So I needed multiple napkins because I'm always nervous that I'm just going to wipe my hands directly on my own pants because I missed the napkin. Because I lose track of where the napkin is. What's the arrogance? That you wipe on your pants?
That you wear white pants.
Why?
That's just hubris. That's just... Nothing could go wrong. This is the perfect day and scenario. I'm on the Amalfi Coast right now in my tiny little kitten heels. And
I think you're very charming that you envisage a place where my white pants
are ever appropriate.
Clean. Yes, I didn't say that they're clean. They just were white when I started. And
my God, I traveled with you and you spilled coffee on white pants.
Right. And did I change them? No. And I wore them for 2 more days. I took a little water, I dabbed it, and I kept going. Do you know why?
Respect.
Because nobody's looking at my hip to see if there's a coffee stain on there. I'm just, let's go. Some people do Vab. I do white pants. What can I say?
No, you spill coffee on yourself to attract a man who likes coffee as opposed to spilling vulva juice on yourself to attract a man who likes deep dicking. I saw an app that I totally thought of you because I know that you're addicted to fishdom like it's crack.
I'm really good at it and I enjoy it. Okay, Steve Harvey, bring your judgment to me. Let's see how I stack up.
There's an app that helps you organize a refrigerator.
Really? I just broke my pen.
No, not your refrigerator.
I just broke my pen. I was so excited. I was holding a pen and I snapped it in half in excitement.
Not your refrigerator.
I have to have it. Tell me now. I need it now. But why didn't you lead with this number one topic of the show?
It's a cartoon refrigerator, and you have to arrange things in it.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's just a game?
It's a game.
It's not like the home edit.
Nope. No home edit.
Enter all the items that are in your refrigerator, and we will beep, beep, boop, 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 boop.
But aren't you just aligning jewels and making fish eat smaller fish? Aren't you... I
feel like that's a really dismissive way
of talking about
to describe
stupid iPad
cultural
game
phenomenon known as I joined a team.
You shut your mouth. What the fuck did you just say?
I joined a team.
You joined a fishdom team? You're on a league? You're in a league of your own?
No, we do really well. There's international teams. I'm on a United States-based team. And
Amy, Marie,
they give you
Fugazi.
They give you extra rewards. I don't engage with them. They're very engagey. I don't engage with them. They send messages all the time like, come on, guys, let's go. We're moving up in the ranks. We're doing great. Just one more. I don't participate. It's a way to exchange lives and bonuses within the game. You can click to send them, and when you do, they click to send back to you. So I'm doing.
Are you clicking to send lives or high fives?
No, lives. They will ask. They will request lives, and I will click send a life. And sometimes I'll send a little gold star or something.
Can you click get a life or it's
okay? Fuck you, Steve Harvey. Just fuck you. I feel really embarrassed. And I'm here to tell you, I love that game. And for my birthday, I actually asked for an upgrade pack. And I was embarrassed to ask for it. And then I said,
you should be embarrassed to ask for it. Are you fucking kidding me?
And then I just didn't ask and I bought it. And I just said, I'm doing this for myself for my birthday. So
my friend Hindi bought herself a purse that has a comma in it.
Yes.
And you bought yourself an
beautiful
expansion pack on fucking fishdom.
Look, I keep it real. I love fishdom. It's great. If you guys would fucking get off your high tootin' vabbed up horse, you would understand that it is hypnotic. Did you ever play Tetris or any of these?
I've played Tetris.
Did you ever dream about Tetris?
No.
I did. So when you would play these things, and I never played Tetris that much, but when you play any kind of visual, graphically stimulating game, it has kind of a numbing effect. So here's what I like about fishdom, in addition to, I know it's idiotic. For some reason, it appeals to me visually because it's not well designed. It's not attractive. I also play another game called Dots and Dots 2, which is beautiful because it's just dots. And I'm like, okay, I can get my head around this. It doesn't make me, it's not obnoxious. The thing with fishdom, it combines an element of risk and reward, like gambling, in a way that actually helps me as a business owner, because it trains me and rewards me. Shut up. It trains me and rewards me to take risks on things. Because it also just fuck you. I'm telling you how this works.
Life does that too. Send your kid back to camp with a tire that's decreasing.
Wad of dick. Listen to me now. Here's what I'm talking about. I'm playing this game at a level, and the way that it's set up.
At a level?
Listen, no, I'm trying to say.
On a team.
Here's the way that it works. They incentivize you by dangling all these rewards. And then, so you've got them all weighted on one side. And then if you make one slip up, they all go away and you're back to ground zero. So it's like Donkey Kong in that way. You're trying to get. Oh, and you go all the way back to the beginning. Okay? So here's how this is helping me as a business owner. In addition to, okay, I'm just doing it. In the beginning, I would never risk. I would just go through a thing and I would stop and I would collect all my rewards and I wouldn't advance very fast, whatever. Now, I'm sort of weighing the balance of how much am I okay risking? Is it just as good for me to over allocate some of these awards and rewards that I've amassed in this game at lower?
I'm going to stop you right now.
What?
And I'm going to tell you that if you play the online Jeopardy game, which actually gives you information, you can also risk versus reward. You can do something
that's more of a calculus. All I'm trying to say is, and yes, I think that's great. That's more of a calculus. Here's what's happening when I'm doing this matching game. I'm doing it on autopilot, so my brain is kind of numbing out. And at the same time, I'm getting a little bit of a reward when it blows things up. Visually, you get some sort of a dopamine hit when I don't have to do anything for it to give me this satisfying, oh, look, they blew up. All on some kind of micro level that I'm not aware of. So I know that's happening. And this is why video games work and why they work for kids, because it's addicting to keep you coming back. This is basically the one-armed bandit. What do you call them? Slot machines. This is basically like a slot machine. Every time
I'm aware. I'm just shocked that this is something that you're so into. I'm the point where you've joined a league with other people and you're helping each other.
I'm into it in this way. It is a meditation for me. My mind turns off.
I guess that's true.
I relax. Okay? I could be, as my husband likes to say, I could be down the pool hall. I could be smoking weed. I could be vabbing it up on the street corner. But instead, I'm playing fishdom. And I'm okay with it. And the more that I play this stupid game, here comes the talk, that I can quit at any time.
Okay. No, you can't. I've deleted games before because they've wrapped me up.
I can quit at any time. Right? I also see there's a value in it. But I do that with everything. When I was rowing on a team, I also was getting a whole lot of sort of parallels to how to run a business and management techniques and parenting techniques and self-discipline, all these things. And really, what I'm actually doing is having my hands on an oar, powering a boat in synchronicity with other adults. But I got so much more out of it. So I don't claim that fishdom does this for everyone else. I'm just saying my natural storytelling, fictional bullshit, I bring a lot of bags to every party. So I'm sitting here playing this game, and probably because I'm not doing any thinking at all, it lets my mind wander in ways that I find usefulness from. I think, oh, if I was playing poker, I mean, there's something to be said for, do you know how many CEOs also are avid poker players? They love it and they play it all the time, like billionaires. Part of it has to do with training yourself to be okay with taking risk, training yourself to read the circumstances, and I think that's part of what this is. So I just see this a little bit like poker, because poker's fucking boring and I don't like it. I'd rather play craps. And I'm not gambling. I'm just playing with fishdom. And fuck you. I like fishdom. How about that?
How
like
about
it.
that?
How about it?
How about that?
How about
I heard
it?
a phrase this week that it just made me turn my head. Somebody said this week, it's natural to assume the worst in people.
What? No, it's not.
And
Who
I
does
thought
that? Mean
I
people?
thought that was coming out the exact opposite.
Yes.
It's natural to assume the best in people, and then there they go, disappointing me again. Like,
Honey,
here we are.
people love to help in every capacity.
See, that's you assuming the best of people.
Well, it's not even an assumption. It's just proven by fact time and time again. Humans exist on this planet to connect with other humans, to assist and help other humans. We cannot survive alone, right? It gets complicated and people want to play the more for me, less for you game, but at its bare minimum, we're all in this together and we survive and thrive on touch, on connection, on
It's
me
like
and you.
High School Musical guide to joy in the world. We are all in this together.
We are. And people are nice to each other until they kill each other. Then that's
not my
nice.
experience, but okay. I want that to be true, so
I
I'm going
assume
to
the best in people, and I get it.
I was thrown by the phrase, it's natural to assume the worst in people. I was like, that's not.
Well,
I don't think that's natural. I
do
think
you
that's
also
jaded.
think it's? Do you think it's also true that people who are liars assume that everyone is always lying?
Absolutely. People who
think
are cheaters,
People
assume
who are
that,
cheaters,
yes,
constantly think people are cheating, and that
constantly
the whole
check
world
their
is
partner's cell phone looking for emails or texts. Yes.
I'm not wired that way, and I have been around people who have tried to drag me into that line of thinking, and I would rather be cheated. I would really rather be cheated than be the 24/7 sit on the front porch with a baseball bat in my mind crazy person who is convinced that the world is out to get you. I assume that this world is based on love and that other people have love, are looking for love. And if anything, if they prove wrong that they don't have love, that also leads you to question, oh man, what happened to get in the way of the natural state of having love, right? It's not that I'm assuming, well, some people are just dicks. Like you were trained into dickdom. That's what happens. They groomed you. The dicks.
You have to be carefully taught. You're getting right back into musical territory. Yeah, I don't want it this way, but I know that if somebody's constantly telling you, who are you talking to? Are you cheating? Are you cheating? That's absolutely a cheater. Whether they've been through it, they did it, they have a cheating experience. But I don't like the idea of sitting on the porch with the bat waiting for. I hate that visual. I hate everything about it.
You get it, though. You see
I
it.
do.
When someone was on a high alert, someone's coming, I'm being attacked, I'm being attacked, I'm being attacked, I'm being attacked, yet there's no threat. Doesn't matter. Got to be ready for the threat. Got to find the threat.
Well, they have a history. They have a history.
I'm not. I won't.
Who hurt you is your answer, and that's a very
it.
good question. Who hurt you?
Sorry.
Reservations now open for February 2023. What are we reserving? What's happening?
My husband said this to me today, this morning. He's a big Twitter guy. I don't know that many people who are big Twitter guys. It's curious to me that Facebook had its first financially losing quarter. I'm trying to think of a down profit. Whatever. The words are escaping me right now. Their revenue is down. They had a loss for the first time. So they're shitting in their pants, and all the social medias are starting to say, oh God, is Facebook going to go away? Yeah, okay, whatever. He's on Twitter all the time.
Yeah.
And it's curious to me because some people have their favorites. A restaurant that we saw on TV and thought, oh, we should go there someday. The owner of that restaurant posted on Twitter, just letting you know that that on August 1st, we are officially opening the books for reservations for February 2023. So if you would like to, and then so that's how far in
Where
advance
the fuck is
they're
that
booking.
restaurant?
It's Massimo someone in Emilia Romagna. So it's a spectacular, glorious.
Where?
I don't know. Stanley Tucci went there in Italy. What other restaurant
in
would
Italy.
I care about?
Okay.
No, I'm
Italy.
just saying. But how amazing must it be
to have a full book?
To have a full book through next year, and to have a waiting list for on a monthly basis. Line them up, peeps, because the next 30, like it's another lotto situation. And I'm just happy, but also kind of sad about it, because when you get your hair appointment mixed up with some other thing that you've been waiting on, How fucked are you? And if you bought a fucking plane ticket to go and then you magically get there because you've been waiting on this shit and waiting on this shit and waiting on this shit and it's not available, like that's a lot of preparation. Preparation is a curious thing for me. I just, it's so much easier to have things work through kismet and just be the right place at the right time and you just happen to stumble in.
Get shit on by a bird or four
That's
rabbit's
lucky.
feet explode in your,
The pop. That's lucky.
Thump pop.
That's lucky, though. Not for the rabbit, but I mean, I'm just saying.
Not at all for the rabbit.
I mean, maybe he came here just for this moment.
To sacrifice himself for me.
Sacrifice himself for.
She's going to sacrifice herself.
For us to find meaning. For us to find meaning in that lingering smell and the reason that it happened in front of your house. And, he's warding off the evil spirits. He came there for you.
Is there anything you would reserve 2 years, a year and a half in advance?
There's got to be, but I just
6 months in advance.
I keep sounding like the asshole. There's just nothing that I desire that I don't have, right? That could be purchased, right? What don't I have? Motivation to exercise, a healthy body, like, a clean house, all the things that, right? If there was something that you just needed to reserve, reservations implies that you're going to go buy it as a service or a product
money at it,
from somebody else. So, I don't like the idea of having to wait for something, but I'll answer it this way. I would be excited to get on a waiting list for something because that means I want it to the degree.
And something to look forward to.
Yeah, to the degree that I am willing to place my time in suspension while I think about and await this delight. How fun is that? How exciting is that? Because we live in America where if you want it, blink your eyes and then you can immediately begin complaining that why isn't it here yet, Amazon? I
already ordered it.
45 minutes. Where is it? I wanted to, appear in my hand.
Two quickies. One, that's what they say on Peloton. Your body is not Amazon Prime. It's not going to be here in 2 days. You need to put the work in and you need to do it and mean it. And you're here and you're doing it. So yay you. And two, my daughter ordered yesterday a birthday present for her girlfriend and it was here by 2:15. So same day. You can't keep sending me mixed messages. I want the body and I want it same day, if not next day.
Right.
And I want no excuses. And also,
I want all the excuses. I just want them to work, right? I would love for these excuses and then I'm excused. I don't have to do it. Like the excuses are kind of a joke because an excuse doesn't get you anything. It doesn't get you out of the thing that you were supposed to do. You still have to fucking do it.
Right. It postpones it. It makes you dread it longer. It makes it harder to accomplish.
It's instead of saying sorry, you say, here's an excuse. Okay. What's that for? You didn't do the thing that you still have to fucking do. So you're just basically saying, instead of saying I'm sorry to you, I'm going to give you a reason why I fucked this up. There's the reason. What's that reason do? Nobody cares. It doesn't. Excuses have no purpose.
The activity's still not done, and I'm still waiting. So,
right.
And now I've just spent the last 20 minutes listening to your excuse when you could have been doing what I asked you to do in the first place.
It's you're wrong. Do you think that me knowing why you're wrong is going to change the fact that you're wrong? It won't. Yeah. So
it'll make you feel better to dish out, but it's not going to. Nope. Dear listener, what do you want?
What's your excuse?
What's your fucking excuse? Of what do you want an unlimited supply, a lifetime supply? What would make you happy to see it arrive weekly or monthly or daily in the mail? Do let us know, brilliantobservations@gmail.com. Reach out, touch someone. Do you remember that tagline?
I sure do.
Was that like AT&T? What was that?
Reach out and touch someone as AT&T.
Yeah. I think that would absolutely get you brought up on charges these days. That is not standing the test of time well. Thank you for listening, turning us on. We hope we turned you on some. See what I did there?
Wow.
Did you see what I did there?
Wow.
Cannot wait to edit this. It'll be great. Write us. Let us know so we can know. And then we'll know. Love you.
Bye. I'm the Bantu of Bantu.